NASA's Curiosity rover. The rover has been bravely crossing Gale Crater on Mars, trying to reveal, billions of years ago, why did Mars become this red? The reason for the colored desert, although life may not seem to exist on Mars today. But scientists found that Mars billions of years ago, it could have been a world similar to Earth. Has a thick atmosphere. Liquid water may have even harbored life. Look! The fate of Mars has undergone tremendous changes. Research shows that 3 billion years ago, the northern hemisphere of Mars may have once had a stable, fixed ocean. In the original soundtrack period of the Earth, frequent volcanic activity, life has just taken its first step. Maybe. At that time, life on Mars was also taking its first steps, not the cold wasteland we live in today. It's more like the waters of the Earth's oceans. Such a environment extends the habitable life of Mars for 500 million years. In other words, Mars was 500 million years old. Climate conditions are over, all suitable for the birth and reproduction of life. But soon after, something changed everything. The atmosphere of Mars is thinning. Water evaporation. Mars has become the cold we see today. Desolate scene. This mystery has puzzled scientists for a long time, but now the Curiosity rover appears to have crashed in Gale. There are some surprising clues in the stone pit. This huge basin embankment, it was billions of years ago, where water flows freely. Now he's hiding carbonates. These carbonates are capable of revealing pyrohydrogen, key clues to ancient climate change. They are made of dioxygen, minerals formed when carbon is dissolved in water. To generate these minerals, two conditions must be met: a thick atmosphere and liquid water. On Earth, carbon dioxide is crucial because it helps keep our atmosphere warm, make the Earth suitable for life. Plants absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, release oxygen. That's what humans are, and the air that animals depend on. And on Mars, proof of the existence of carbon dioxide. There used to be a climate system. When carbon dioxide dissolves in water, it will interact with the calcium on the ground. Minerals such as coal react, carbonate formation. It's like on Earth. In the ocean, shells are formed in the same way, only on Mars. It all happens in rocks. This discovery is significant. Carbonate minerals are like post-Martian fossils. They can store information about Mars, a wealth of information from the past. By studying them, scientists have been able to see what Mars once looked like, make the water abundant. Scientists can learn about the atmosphere of Mars. How has that changed? Is the climate warm or cold? Water resources. Even the changing trajectory of Mars as a whole. Fortunately, if you're curious, you can study these samples in place. He has the first progressive sample analyzer and adjustable train spectrum. These instruments are like the instruments on Mars. These devices can turn Martian rocks. Stone samples are heated to extremely high temperatures through the oven, releasing some ancient fingerprints in the rock and the gas composition of the Martian atmosphere. After a detailed analysis of these gases, scientists were able to uncover the former, unprecedented past conditions on Mars. This discovery completely overturned our understanding of Mars, all assumptions about livability. The results show that Mars was not only once wet, his dryness and coldness are actually a gradual change. The process of happening. In other words, the water on Mars didn't just disappear. It experienced rapid evaporation under extreme conditions. So what happened? Astronomers have proposed two possible explanations. The first explanation holds that Mars, it experienced cycles of wetness and drought, alternating process. The water didn't last very long. It may only exist for a short time, liver and reappear after a while. The second explanation is even grimmer. It is believed that the water on Mars was unusually fresh at that time, and it's cold, so it's not a liquid. It's in the form of ice. This condition makes the surface of Mars almost impossible to support life. Because the environment is too extreme, it cannot support the existence of any life, whatever the explanation. All means, Mars, the past is not what some people once imagined. Full of vitality and life. Although so, it's not Mars. There would be no life underground. The existence of underground life remains a possibility worth exploring. To further confirm this, scientists will continue to search for more clues about water sources. After years of exploration of Mars, scientists now have a stunning shock to find beneath the rocky surface of Mars, hidden a huge reservoir of liquid water. Real water, rather than snow or water vapor in the atmosphere. This discovery was made possible by the landing of NASA's InSight spacecraft. Seismic data detected by the spacecraft on the surface of Mars. It took for years. More than 1,300 Martian shaking data were recorded. Scientists analyzed this data, successfully mapped the internal structure of Mars. The result shows 6 to 12 kilometers below the surface of Mars, reservoirs with multiple pools of liquid water. These pools do not exist alone. It takes the form of puddles. This discovery took advantage of the common. See the detection of groundwater, oil and gas methods. Scientists have revealed underground water systems on Mars. With the loss of water and the disappearance of the Martian atmosphere, some of it goes into space. However, this finding also suggests that most of the water has not disappeared. It sank to the depths of Mars, still buried in the ground. This finding is exciting, but still can't reach these water sources. That's a big step. Water is responsible for shaping the fate of planets, one of the most important molecules, although we previously believed that there is no life on the surface of Mars. But this finding does not rule out the possibility of life existing underground on Mars, if there is still liquid water deep underground. Are there microbes lurking in here? Life depends on liquid water, and now this discovery makes life possible on Mars. It is more true than ever before. But here's the catch. Although groundwater sources seem to, it is a valuable resource for future Mars colonization plans. But extracting this water source is extremely difficult. Speaking of being on Mars, drill blankets 6 kilometers below the surface. Just imagine it. It's difficult. Actually, the deepest drilling carpet ever undertaken by humans on Earth, it's only about 12 kilometers, was completed on the Carrot Ultra Deep Drilling Project. Even so, this project also pushes existing technologies to their limits, encountered extremely high temperatures, problems such as stress and equipment failure, and on Mars, the environment is harsher, cold climate, thin atmosphere and lack of infrastructure makes any drilling mission extremely difficult. To reach the water source under Mars, we had to develop specialized drilling equipment and transport it to Mars. And here's the thing, these devices must be able to withstand extreme cold temperatures, low pressure, and attractive force environment. Ideally, it can also be operated remotely, and it will not malfunction during operation. In addition, they also require tremendous energy support. We can only wait for future technological advancements, or humans set foot on Mars, and capable of on-site operation. This goal can only be achieved. About this, even the most ambitious billionaires can't do it in text messages either. So for now, these sources of water remain a mystery. However, Mars, it's not the only place to hide water. Under its Antarctic ice sheet, another huge liquid kettle was also caught by radar. The scan revealed although at such low temperatures, it's not easy for water to remain liquid. But maybe this is geothermal activity under the surface of Mars, the results of the activity. And in this underground lake, is there life? Curiosity's work on Mars is exceptional. He helps us constantly, uncovering the layers of Mars' ancient climate.